Hey guys, so I'm making a video this time because I'm overdue for something. I haven't done a blog post in several weeks now because I was wanting to do a video and then I just never did the video, and so I'm kind of behind on things, and I wanted to talk about some stuff that is kind of the main thing that's been going on with my crafty pursuits lately. And my brain is really functioning slow today, so this might be a pretty dull video, but whatever, you can watch or not, I'm still gonna make it. So there. Let's see. So I don't even remember how this all started. I think that, so, I took my art journaling class and that ended, and I've been doing the Kelly Ray Roberts Spirit Wings class, and that's, I guess it's technically done because all of the material's been posted now and the 6 months are over, but I still haven't done the 6th angel. I've done 5, and the 5th one I kind of dragged out for a while and just haven't gotten to the 6th one. So I've pretty much finished up these 2 ongoing courses that I started out. I think the Spirit Wings started in October last year or sooner, or I mean before that. And then the art journaling was for winter term, and it's now definitely spring. So with that coming to an end, I think even as I was working on like the 4th and 5th angel, I was just kind of like, I'm really ready to just do my own thing. And the art journal was close enough to that I got enough helpful tips from the instructor on how to see a mixed media piece all the way through to the end. That was like my own creation or art journal page or whatever. And I knew that I really just needed to practice those things and actually complete something that was mine, that was entirely me. It wasn't done for an assignment or anything. But that's really hard. It's hard to know what to do, and it's hard because I don't really have a vision of what I want. I don't know what my art's supposed to look like, and I know the way to figure that out is just to do it. But when you have no idea what to do, where to go, how to start, actually no, I know how to start, but once I get some background on there, then I'm just like, I don't know what the next step is to make this anything other than just a background of smeary paints and stencil work and such. So I really just needed to practice that. And so a while ago, it was maybe a month ago, probably several weeks ago, I had the urge to get back into the Minecrafting because my husband had been playing with a friend of ours, and they were building this cool place that was way far away from the main little area that we've developed, or everyone else has developed. I'm kind of a hermit and I go off in random places and build little shacks, but anyway, they were far away and they were kind of lonely because nobody else has been playing on our server at all. So one of us kind of had the idea he was going to go and walk out there and see what they'd been doing and just see what there was to see. And so he did that, and then another one of us, she went out and she wanted to adventure out there, and I'm like, you know what, I think I'm going to do that too, because that's kind of how I play Minecraft. I'm not good at really building things. I get bored, and I also get motion sickness, so I can't spend too much time down in the caves or small enclosed spaces or anything. Otherwise, I start feeling icky and I can't play the game. So I have to adapt to be able to play. Like, I have to play it the way that I can play. Otherwise, it's no fun when you feel sick and you have a headache and you can't look at the screen. And it's one of those things, like, even if I play for a few hours, it will take me in real time probably a week of playing a few hours each day. So like 7 real live days. And I think I'm just a little more than halfway there to the place where everyone is building. Okay, so anyway, I was playing Minecraft and traveling, and so I wasn't picking anything up. I would just run and run and run. And here's the beanie meal. And then whenever it was getting dark, depending on what kind of biome I was in, I would either stop and build this little shack and just live in the shack, sleep there for the night to avoid fighting the monsters and dying and stuff. So anyway, this isn't really important. The point is that I was playing Minecraft and just kind of doing this running. It was kind of fun to just go and see all the different places to see and try not to get killed and stuff. So while I was doing this, I was listening to some podcasts, because that's a pretty good way to pass the time. Nothing too engaging in the game that you can't have music or podcast on. So anyway, what I was listening to Elizabeth Gilbert's Magic Lessons, which was a podcast that she made after writing the book Big Magic, which I had read the end of last year with my friend. And so my friend and I had read the book and we talked about it. So I listened to the podcast. And in the podcast, it's about some people who are wanting to do creative pursuits, but they're having trouble getting started for one reason or another, and looking for advice and helpful tips and stuff. And I thought it was a really good podcast for somebody like me. So if you like just making things and you're a little more serious about it than just like I crochet this thing every now and then. If you do it a lot of the time, you think it's part of who you are. This is a really good thing, and especially if you're kind of stuck and you're in sort of that transition period where you feel like you've taken in enough information, you've gotten enough skills, and it's just a matter of applying those skills or starting a project or whatever. So the first episode was about a lady who wanted to be a writer, and so she went through like a period of depression, and so her therapist suggested making a blog, typing a regular blog to help deal with that, and also that would help her with the writing too. And so she'd done the writing for a while, and she was just kind of ready to do something new, or ready to do something bigger. And so the part that really resonated with me was when she was saying this, and Liz Gilbert, she was like, it sounds like you're on the runway. You're ready to do this. It's a matter of just, getting off the ground and doing it. So like, you're there and you're ready for it. And that's pretty much where I think I am right now. Because like I said, I was doing the classes, and while I was doing the work, I really felt like I was ready to do my own, but I just didn't know. So the point was that I needed to figure out how. And so some of the advice there helped me out, and it mostly just told me that I really just need to do stuff. I really need to do these things that I want to try. and I had a couple bigger projects to work towards, and I had ideas, like a few of the steps that I would have to do to do those things, but I was still failing at doing those small little steps. So shortly after that, I went out for lunch on my own, as I do often, because I like lunch and I like going out on my own. And I brought along, this doesn't look very exciting, but it's a 3-ring binder, and I used it for my projects. So last year when I was working on my website, in fact I might even held this up in another video last year, when I was working on my website, my Patreon, the Etsy stores, I would write down all the things that I needed to do to complete the big thing, just breaking it down into more manageable tasks. And just writing this all out really helped me and helped me get through the big projects and actually completing them. So I decided it was probably time I did this with my other projects. The 2 big projects, I wanted to work on trying out like a craft studio sale, like a garage sale, and set up all the stuff that I've been making. And I have a canopy and all my craft show display setup things I can set up in the yard, but unfortunately where I want to do it, our driveway so yeah, our driveway is filled with this pile of mulch that's decaying, and it just needs to be moved. But the place I want to move it to, there was crud piles and other plants that needed to be taken out before I could move it. And so it was just kind of I have to complete one step before I can do the next step before I can do the next one, and it's kind of a big pile, and it's kind of hard. And so I just wrote down all of the steps. Wrote down all the things, not in any particular order, just what as they came to me. And then so I'm working on that. And my other thing that I would say I'm more actively working towards right now is to set up I don't know if it's shop or a page or something on Redbubble and possibly Society6. I think that I will probably start with Redbubble, and that's a website you can go to buy. You can buy art prints, I think mugs, canvas prints, cell phone covers, notebooks maybe, and stickers. And I would love to make some stickers. So if you're gonna have your own shop there, you will upload your arts, and then you can have your arts put on these whatever items that you decide, the merchandise you want to put it on, and then you can sell straight from Redbubble, and Redbubble will take care of all the customer service stuff and the shipping and the printing, and you just get some of the monies because it's your art. And then you can also buy the stuff yourself, like your own art, for a really reasonable price. My sister-in-law is doing that, and she's pretty happy with it. She had a cover on her phone with her own art, her own character that she made, and it looked really cool. And I think it'd be really cool to have like just a handful of stickers. Like, I made these stickers. These are my drawings that I made. So I thought little stickers would be fun. I thought canvas prints or even just regular art prints would be nice, because it's something different and it's hard to sell. I don't know if I want to sell my original things, because I'll get kind of attached to them. Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't have that many right now, so it's not a problem. So anyway, In order to do that, I need to have some stuff made. So that's why I've been working on these watercolor doodles, and I've posted a picture of my other page completed. I've showed this one in black and white, but you can see that I've been working. Oh, the display is backwards. So I've been working on painting this. I still have more to do. So that kind of thing I think would be cool for stickers, and I'll use that for my mixed media pieces as collage elements and stuff. So let me see. And then, so yeah, I just broke down my projects. Those are my two big ones, trying Redbubble, and also trying out just like a craft studio's outdoor sale in my own yard, because I have all the stuff. I have all the display stuff to actually make it look nice. The only problem is that there's crud in my yard, and I gotta clear out the crud. And I also don't want to do it when it's ridiculously hot. And today is already getting to be ridiculously hot. And it's only April. So I'll worry about it all. I'm trying not to worry about getting this stuff done at a certain time. So I guess if I don't get to the sale until fall, that's not really a big deal. It's still this year. These are kind of just goals for this year. The Society 6 Redbubble, the Redbubble thing is something I can easily work on from the comfort of my own home, whether it's hot or cold or whatever. So yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so anyway, the point is that I got it all sorted out, written out, and I felt a lot better, and I was all ready and excited to start doing the little pieces. Like, that's all it took. I knew what I had to do before, but I just couldn't get myself to do it. And then just writing it down, then I could do it. I don't know why that seems kind of silly, but if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. It's not like, I mean, that just took me a lunch to write that all out. So it's not like takes days and days of planning to do. So yeah, I came home and I did this, and then about that time I took a little break and went and stayed with my mother-in-law, and she and I went to the art store in their town, and I was determined I was going to get some canvases, and I was just going to make crazy background and just use my skills that I had learned from my various mixed media classes and things. And so I was working on the background, and there was a lot of wine drinking, and it was really fun, and it was kind of a magical time. And so we both did some canvases of mostly just backgrounds, and I was really wanting to just do that and see what happened, see if something came out of it, if I had an idea. And I just kind of kept poking at it, and eventually I got there, and by the time the weekend was up, I'm like, well, this is kind of what I see in it. Now I just have to try and do that. And I posted pictures of this, I posted the background and my in progress, and it's still in progress. So this is what, I don't know if I can fit this in this thing, so we're gonna zoom out. No, wrong way. Zoom out. And right now, I worked on this, keep working, and it's at the point where I want to add some words, but I don't yet know what the words are going to be. And I don't know where all the words are going to go, but that just will get figured out later. And then I was just messing around, and I've got this going, which this is an image transfer. It was on a printed piece from printed with toner, so I transferred with the method that maybe I'll talk about later. But anyway, I thought this looked pretty cool, and I've got this border on it. I'm still working on it. I think it looks awesome. Those are the things that I'm using to practice and make myself get to the point where I actually have the stuff to do my projects. I actually have no idea where all this rambling was going, other than I was doing stuff, which is not actually different from what I'm usually doing, because I'm always doing stuff. But I was just ready to move on. And alright, and my friend and I are doing this now, the Desire Map by Danielle Laporte. It's just some more soul-searchy, touchy-feely kind of stuff, but I think it'll help me just figure stuff out, because, you know, I'm still dealing with all the brain stupids and just trying to get my life together, figure out what I want to do, because I just want to do more with my crafty things, and I think if I did that, that would also help me feel like I'm doing something with my time and my life and my energies. And so this Desire Map, I don't really want to go into it because I've talked way too much already, and I might talk about it later after I've been doing it for a little longer. I colored a page yesterday. See? I colored it. Yeah, my energy's fading. I don't really know what else I was going to say. That was all my notes. It's just been kind of one thing leading to the next and getting me to actually doing stuff. And I hope that I can keep up the doing stuff, because if I do stuff, then I have stuff that I can sell either at craft shows or just have because I made it and it's awesome, and I could put it up in my house. I could try and sell some stuff on Redbubble, prints or whatever. And the stuff that I have on Redbubble, I'm more likely, what I suspect will happen is I'll just buy the stuff myself, and then I can have that stuff as more things to sell at my craft sales, craft shows. And maybe it would be better for a year round, I could do craft shows at different times of the year than just Christmas, because the times that I tried it in the summer, I was like, nobody's buying knitted things. Like, I've got piles of, I've been knitting things. Look, there's 2 scarves sitting here. I've got some mitts I'm working on. There's mitts here. I just have so much stuff, and I just keep making stuff. And I would love it if people just bought my stuff so it had a place. So that would be cool. And if you're interested in some of my arts, well, maybe stay tuned, and I'll post links probably in a blog post on Tumblr, Facebook, in my Facebook group, and Twitter, though I don't really use Twitter, and maybe Instagram also, because oh, the cat's back poking at things. Hey, and I don't know. So I just want to keep trying and seeing where stuff goes. If anything goes anywhere, that's just, I just gotta keep doing. And I keep coming up with ideas and wacky schemes, and so I just keep doing them. And I'm just kind of rambling, But you know, I will cut out whatever I want to cut out, leave in what I want to leave in. And I have this other note here. I probably was trying to do a vlog way before I even wrote this other note, which is from like 2 weeks ago. This was probably a month ago that I said, for doing a vlog, seeing me on video makes me see I'm a person and not this lame lump that speaks in grunts and dumbs. And I feel like that's exactly what I'm doing right now. But like I said, brain slow today, but I'm doing this anyway. Okay, I talked about the notebook. I showed off the scarves and the doodles and the coloring and the Minecrafting. And so, yeah, I'm working towards something. I don't know. Well, let's see what comes of it. Alright, that is all. Bye!